today we will be making Melty Chocolate Truffle Cookies. These are probably one of my favorite cookies, and they're really delicious because they melt in your mouth when they're warm, and today I'm going to teach you how to make them. First, you're going to take a bowl and you're going to put in half a cup of flour. Then you're going to add in half a cup of sugar, a quarter cup of cocoa powder, half a teaspoon of baking powder, and a quarter teaspoon of salt. Then you're going to whisk that together until it's all combined. Now you're going to take 2 tablespoons of butter, and this should be at room temperature, but you also want to chop it up. So even if you forgot to take it out and put it at room temperature like I did, it'll soften easily once you chop it up, which is what you have to do anyway. So then you're going to add that in. And then you're going to take your whisk out and you're just going to rub it into your other flour stuff. If you have a pastry blender, you can also use that, but this is what most people probably do. And you're just going to keep going until it kind of looks like breadcrumbs. So you want to go until it looks kind of like this, and when you grab a little bit and pinch it, it should kind of hold its shape, but it should also be easy to then touch and then like disintegrate. Next, you're going to take 3 ounces of bittersweet chocolate, and you're going to want to cut this up into very small pieces because this isn't supposed to be chocolate chunks. These are what's responsible for helping the cookie melt in your mouth when you eat into it. And then you can either use a fork or reuse your whisk from before to stir it. Now you're going to take a smaller bowl and you're going to add in 1 egg and 1 tablespoon of vanilla. And then you're going to just whisk your egg and vanilla together. Then you're going to add your egg and vanilla to your chocolate mixture, and you're going to stir it in with a fork until it's slightly moist. Next, you're going to take a sheet of plastic wrap and you're just going to dump out your cookie dough onto it. Then you're just going to use your hands and you're going to try to mound it into a ball. There might be some that hasn't gotten moist yet, and you can try to just pick that up with the rest of the dough. Once you've formed your dough into a ball, you're just going to wrap it up in plastic wrap. Then you can just try to smush it even more into a ball. And now you're going to put it in the fridge for about 30 minutes. You don't want to do it for too long since you want it to still be slightly soft, but you want to put it in the fridge a bit because you need it to chill a bit before you put it in the oven. I'll be back when I take it out of the fridge. Once your dough has been in the fridge for about a half an hour, you can unwrap it. And then you're going to grab a cookie scoop and you're just going to set that off to the side. And then you're going to take some powdered sugar and you're just going to put it in a bowl. And I'm probably just going to use about that much, which looks like about a half a cup to start, or maybe about a quarter cup, because you don't want to start with too much since it's hard to put it back. But then you're going to preheat your oven to 375. And you're going to put a piece of parchment paper on a cookie sheet. And then you're going to take your cookie scoop and you're going to take a scoop of cookie dough and you're going to put it into your hands and you're just going to roll it into a ball. Then you're going to roll that in the powdered sugar that you dumped out, and you want to get it all coated. And then you're going to put that on your cookie sheet. And then you're going to repeat that process for all of the rest of the cookies. This recipe doesn't make that many cookies, so it might be a good idea to double it. While you're rolling your cookies, there are 3 things to note. The first is that your hands are going to be very messy by the time you're done. The second is because these are balls, they're going to spread out quite a bit, so you want to make sure there's enough space between each of them. And the third is you're probably going to run out of powdered sugar and you'll probably need more. However, mine was pretty much the perfect amount of powdered sugar, so I do not need more. Now you're going to put these in the oven for about 10 minutes until they're almost done but not completely done, because you're going to keep cooking them on the tray when they come out. You'll know your cookies are done when they look kind of like this and they still look gooey. They won't look completely done, which is okay since you're going to keep them on the tray for another 5 minutes before you take them off the tray. After that 5 minutes is up, you'll take it off the tray and let it cool further. I'll be back when they're done cooling, but you don't want to let it cool for too long because you still want them to be gooey. Once you've let them cool after taking them off of the tray for about 5 minutes, you can eat one. These cookies are really good and they melt in your mouth, and you should make them, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.